Good. Welcome to my YouTube friends around the world. I just flipped the switch to go live with Greg and Looney Cat for Sunday Sacred Self-Care Yoga. Looney has been in contract negotiations and much more reticent about appearing on screen until he gets a sizable raise. But I do have some cat treats out here. Welcome if you're brand new. This is Sunday Sacred Self-Care Yoga. We do some yin, some restorative, some prayer, some chanting, and some meditation. It's pretty simple. It's yoga for everybody. If you're not a circus performer or a contortionist, this really is for you. If you like cats, this is for you. When you pet your cat during yoga, it releases that internal neurotransmitter called oxytocin. It's really good for you. But right now, we're just still on our back or seated. Looney's going to relax with us. Good. Now, everybody around the world, take a really big inhale together. And then everybody exhale, relax, let it all out. We are calm and peaceful cats. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate super feel good around your body. Guy. Good. Wherever you are around the world, take your arms up to the ceiling. Stretch your arms up over or behind your head on the floor. Stretch out nice and long. Get that first thing in the morning stretchy feeling. Looney does that every morning. Oh, you come here. You come here. Good. Now draw your knees in and roll around on your back a little bit. It's kind of a ritual way of getting started. Good. Roll around the other way. Turtles do it. Good. Let's roll up and issue Sunday salutations, shall we? First of all, welcome to my Zoom friends in the Bay Area. I'm simulcasting. And welcome to my YouTubers all around the world. We've been live streaming this on YouTube for a little over a year, and we have a growing following because this is yoga for everybody. And maybe you're over 40 or 50. Maybe you thought you couldn't do yoga, and maybe you're not a contortionist or a circus performer anymore. If that's the case, this is for you. Maybe you have a cat. This is Looney, Greg and Looney Cat. A lot of people subscribe just for Greg and Looney. By the way, if you've been watching this live or recorded for a while and you haven't subscribed yet, Looney says he's going to swat you if you, see what I mean? He's going to swat you if you don't subscribe pretty soon, because it really helps us to, baby kitty needs a new pair of shoes. Oh. Anyway, we'll get started with yoga in just a moment. Looney had been doing this for almost 2 years. This December 1st, I think, is his birthday. He'll be 2 cat years old. He was discovered by beloved friends in the snowy mountains of Mount Shasta and rescued. Then we had a sex change operation. He went from a girl to a boy, and now he's 18 pounds of spine compressing love. He's purring very loudly, by the way. Purr, purr, purr. Okay, you may go. Please don't swat me on the way out. Let's chant an Om. That usually clears him out. Nice big inhale. Welcome if you're just getting in. Inhale. Okay, if you're religious or spiritual or agnostic or atheist or none of the above, hands to our heart, drop your chin, close your eyes, just feel centered, stable, connected, serene. I'm going to bless this practice or intend that it's wonderful for all of us, whatever the language is. May we all get exactly what we need. Good. Welcome to my Zoom friends, and welcome to the growing mass of YouTubers around the world. We start with joint juice on Sunday, so you can see I'm rolling my shoulders around. If you're brand new, don't be scared. Just mimic me. A lot of the best learning is mimicry. Basically, when you're 3 years old, you just sit on your mom's lap while she's playing the piano for you, and you just intuitively learn how to pick up the chords, or you start when you're 65, other way with your shoulders, and you struggle horribly. Either way, you learn. My shoulders are going back up, over, forward, around, and down. Hey, Looney. I closed the door on Looney. The air is too cold. He's very unhappy about that. Okay, angel wings. Inhale up. Just follow the sequence. Don't think about it. Just do it. You don't need to think about this. Thinking has very little to do with it. Up your back, behind your neck. Poof. Welcome to YouTubers who've been coming for about a year. Welcome to brand new friends. Sometimes the algorithm, you'll be watching how to change the muffler on a 37 Buick, and for some reason, the algorithm will sense that you're stressed out of your mind and that you're on the edge of a panic attack, and it'll send you here as if the algorithm actually had compassion for you. One more. Poof. Good. This is weird if you've never done it. Lace your hands, thumbs up. I'm going to brush the sides of my neck, top down, very smoothly. This is on my sternocleidomastoids. It's not on my carotid. If I did it on my carotid, I would be having reduced blood flow to my brain. So don't do that. 5, 6. All movements are designed to cultivate calm, peace, and serenity. 8. Good job. Drop your chin, take your head around 4 times slowly. 1. This kind of practice actually builds patience. 2. 3. 4. Other way. Relax your shoulders. 2. 3. Now, believe it or not, relax your chin down for 20 seconds. Close your eyes. Aim your attention down into your magical bone suit, your meat vehicle, your flesh costume, your Scotty dog, your icon. Stop thinking. Really, I can stop thinking? Now you can. I've given you permission. Did you need my permission? Apparently. Okay, here's a famous Sunday movement. In a regular yoga class, we would go into lotus pose and come all the way down flat. In Sunday Sacred Self-Care Alliteration Yoga, Greg recommends you buy some yoga blocks. They're down in the description. You can buy them from me, $100 a piece, or you can go on Amazon and get them for like $3. Now, why is that in front of me? So that I can rest my head on it. But you might say, I can't come down that far, to which I would say, then build a larger construction like that. But you might say, I'm way too flexible for that. I need to come down lower, to which I would say, why don't you just take it easy today and only come down to here? Either way, do something. Start doing nothing immediately. Relax in, stop thinking, and feel your feels, feel your body. This is Sunday Sacred Self-Care Yoga. It's not Saturday hypermanic cartwheels and backflips yoga. That's my Saturday class. Just breathe, If you're brand new, you might feel kind of jammed up because you're going to have to start doing yoga more often. Fortunately, you know where on the internet to get it. Where should your arms go? That's a good question. How about your arms out in front to stabilize and balance you? Then you could relax your shoulders more. Some days I roll out my forehead side to side. Helps me to open up my third eye. Third eye LASIK, I call it. Good, now let's hold perfectly still for 30 seconds. If you're brand new, restless, bored, irritable, discontent, good. You're going to have to work through those states of consciousness. They will dissipate. On your next inhale, come on up. Don't you feel better already? See, when you go see me as a doctor, my prescription makes you feel better immediately. Place your hands down here. It's not one of those pills that takes 2 weeks to kick in. Inhale up. The ones that mother gave you did nothing at all. The ones your sister gave you did a lot. Inhale. That's for sure. Turn to the right. Relax your left hand down to your right knee. Have a little turn around behind you. Close your eyes. Simple twist. If you want a really complex, intricate, detailed, mind-bending IKEA instruction class, not today. We hold the poses for a little while. This is the antidote for doom scrolling. I heard doom scrolling. A lot of people are doom scrolling. You get on your social media site and you just doom scroll trying to get to the bottom, but you can't because they keep digging the hole deeper and deeper forever until you end up in an asylum. Inhale here. Exhale. I am the antidote for doom scrolling. Switch the cross of your legs. Admit it, you do it, don't you? More now than before. Now I switch the cross of my pins. I'm lacing my fingers one finger over the weird feeling way. I'm resting my paws in my lap. I'm exhaling with you. My mind is slowing down. It's so delicious. Inhale up. If you're tight, you might only get here. If you're super bendy, you'll go way higher up than me, but this is not, size doesn't matter. Size does, S-I-G-H-S. Inhale. Exhale, left, 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 left. Right hand, left knee, left arm behind you. Get a nice little easy twist. Come to some of my other classes. I'll twist the expletive deleted out of you. This is all we need for now. Tall spine, relaxed shoulders, big muscles involved, eyes closed. This is moving meditation. Even my very sister was in class and she cut out. Now what? Exactly. Inhale. Exhale and come out of that. Now I'm going to go back to my original cross. It's just a little more comfortable. By the way, I sit up on a blanket to raise my hip bones. That way my pelvis tilts forward and my blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the thing with the pause. external rotation. If you're brand new and really tight, your hands may not even reach the floor. You may have to get some yoga blocks and lean forward like that. After a while, you'll be able to lean forward far enough like this. After a while, the heels of your hands will come down or not. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Lean forward into your wrists and your forearms. For a lot of people, they're just tight as lobsters. The full pose, bring your elbows in together, heels of your hands down, elbows bend into your guts. But this is yoga for everybody else, okay? With this new YouTube audience of almost 1 billion people, there are a lot of gymnasts and contortionists. They really like taking it easy. If you never stretch your wrists and your forearms, your hands and wrists and forearms have petrified, they've congealed. We're going to fix that. One day at a time. Drop your chin, relax the back of your neck. Wait for it. I've been doing this for decades, and the heels of my hands don't come all the way down. I'm just not built that way. Be yourself. Good. Come up and out. Left hand, actually, right arm out. Internal, external, internal. Self-care movements, slow, patient. Some people say, I don't have time for this. And they're the people who run out of time way before everybody else does. Because when you're always in a hurry, time speeds up. When you slow down, time slows down. When you become still, time stops. Good. Now, all the internal rotation you got, right arm behind your back, bring it up behind your back. If you can, pack the back of your wrists in your armpit. You may not be able to do that. You might have to come back for a few more weeks. Now, here's a challenge. Does your left hand grab your right elbow? If it doesn't, you're going to have to wait. I'm sorry. I'm looking at a lot of piano videos on YouTube, and most of it I can't come close to doing, so I just got to do what I can do. Drop your chin. Now I've got friends who can pull the right elbow into their side. Don't hurt yourself. Feel something. If you can't do a particular movement, make it a goal or an objective. Oh, my sister's back in my local class. I thought she ditched me for the day. Good to see you. My other sister permanently ditched us, but she's watching from heaven. A lot of angels watch this class. Good. Now we're going to take this out. We'll put our right hand on our right knee, left arm out. We're going to go internal, out turtle, in turtle. Even this movement right here, if you're stiff and sore and tight and bitter and resentful and jealous and angry, this will dig it out. Oh, I'm none of those. I'm perfectly enlightened. Good. Now all the internal rotation you got, arm behind your back. You might get stuck here. If this is where you're at, just move your shoulder around. This will do you a world of good. Pack the back of your wrists in your pit like that. This. Now my right hand is going to grab my left elbow. I'm going to drop my chin, and I'm very gently working my elbow into my side. Close your eyes. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You do what you do. Drop your chin. Now, if you don't like one of the movements in this long sequence, too bad. Just wait it out. Are there parts of your life you don't like so much or didn't like? Did you have to work for a long time before you retired? You didn't like that so much. You sure like it now, don't you? I don't want to do anything I don't want to do. Well, okay. Okay, now bring that out. Oh boy, that leaves a dent that we get out by going like this. Slow, smooth, stable, peaceful, calm, serene, poised. Other way, one. Can you see why this class is sweeping the world? You don't have to be 22 years old with tight Lululemon and anything like that. You just be yourself. Shake it out. Shake out pain, worry, anxiety, arthritis, rheumatism. Get out all the itises and all the isms. Isms aren't good. Communism, botulism. Wave your hands up and down. If you're calling in from a communist country, don't worry, you'll be free pretty soon. Cup your hands at your heart, drop your chin, close your eyes. We are calm and peaceful souls. Okay, we just have a little more joint juice and then we'll go right into the yin and the restorative. But I'd recommend hands and feet, just a little wake up, lift up your buns, lift your hips slightly higher than your hips. Good, now sink down. Now here's a sequence. I've cleverly designed this after many years. Everybody can get their left leg out. You probably can get your right ankle over your left knee. If you can't, lean back. Maybe you can get your left shin under. If you can't, leave it sticking out. Crack your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab way down by your toes and circulate your freezing cold November foot around. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to chant an Om. Inhale. If you're watching this, you're probably a spiritual person, but if you're not, it's cool. Just pause at your heart, drop your chin. Just practice quiet. There's so many competing worldviews, religions, spiritual systems, avatars. What's the one thing they all have in common if they do? And that's silence. The world could probably use a lot of silence right now after all the yelling at each other and caterwauling. Okie doke. Good job. Now, same thing. Right leg out. If you're brand new and this ankle doesn't go over the top yet, you're going to be okay. Just stick with it for a while. That. Now, it might be somewhat more rare to fold your right shin under. Grab your left shin with your left hand. Crank-a-doodle dandy. My feet are so cold and it's just a bodily proclivity. I've tried everything in the world to, and you know what? Part of it is just your karma. This is the body you were born with. Love it. Other way. If I had a spouse and slept in the same bed, if my feet touched them, I would be looking for marriage counseling. 7, 8. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that, which is heaven. Okay, good. Crack your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is just for the friends. You're going to have to earn this, but your thumbs are going to massage the middle, center, bottom of your feet. And if you can't do it yet, it's like me on the piano trying to play all the inversions of all the chords in all their sevenths and susses and minors and majors. And that's going to take me about 500 more years. Now I'm going to push my thumbs into my feet. By the way, if you're watching this and you're a piano player, please give me a comment. Maybe you could encourage me. My primary yoga teacher for many years was also, he certainly wasn't virtuoso, that's extremely rare, but he was definitely expert on the piano, and I just one more reason to be jealous of him. Press into the middle bottom of your feet. Meditate with me for a moment. If you want to learn something, start now and stay at it until you've learned it. There's just no shortcut. Okay, come out of that. Good job. Stretch your legs out. They've been folded up for a while. And we'll do Dandasana before we go into yin and restorative yoga. Okay, so what's this pose? Legs out, chest up, arms up. But you're really tight and unhappy. Knees will probably be bent. You'll be leaning back. Your shoulders are tight. Your neck is all crunchy. After a while, all that tension will release and you'll find the natural shape of your body. It's in there. You just have to dig it out. It's like finding David in a large chunk of marble. I was going to say like Leonardo da Vinci, but I think Michelangelo did that, if memory serves. Good, now release out, feet in. Sorry if your knees are up and your groins are tight. Wag your knees a little. If you can push your knees all the way down and straighten your arms, that's another echelon. Trust me, this goes to places you don't even want to think about. Good, now, just for fun, this is different for a Sunday. I'm going to go through this kind of fast. Right shin folds under, hands behind your head, right elbow down. Inhale up, hands behind you, lift your bottom. Come on down, be a cactus, turn to the right. Left hand, right hip, right arm behind you, get a twist. Inhale, and come out. Lean back on your hands, or your elbows, or your back. Good. Come on up out of it. Take out your right leg. Take it out. Don't take it off. Right knee out to the side. Fold your left shin under. If you can, lace your hands behind your head. Tilt your left elbow down to the floor. Inhale up, arms behind you. Lift your bottom, mild, medium, or circus performer. Just a couple of breaths with each movement. Good, come on down. Be a cactus, outstanding in your field. Turn left as far as you can. Right hand, left hip or left foot, left arm behind. Get happy twist. Inhale. Exhale, release out. Good, now I'm not going to lean all the way on my back. I lean back on my hands, then there's elbows, then there's shoulders, then there's all the way on your back. I invented this sequence. No human has ever done it. So this is trademarked. You can do it, but you have to like and subscribe. Now, come up out of that sequence. Wasn't that a good way to get your hips open without too much anguish or misery? Take your legs out. Now we're going to begin the more formal yin and yin slash restorative. So for this, you're going to need big pillows from your couch, but it would be better if you got a yoga bolster. What's a yoga bolster? This is a yoga bolster. You can get them on Amazon. They can deliver it by 3 p.m. today. Place it out in front of you. If it's a bunch of blankets, I've got a bunch of yoga blankets. I could fold them up into this shape. It's just something out in front of you. I like to brush it a little bit. We're going to do restorative twist. It's one of my favorite poses. To do this, all you do is turn your knees to the left, sitting Indian style. Put your right hand on the bolster, which should be out in front of you. Pat the bolster to show that you're doing it properly. Pat, pat. Here's the hardest part of the pose. My students tend to be much smarter than other teachers' yoga students. Take your knees and your ankles, shift them around behind you. If I look behind me and look down, hey, there are my knees folded up, and I cross my right ankle over my left ankle. I like that. Then I turn my chest back to the right to face y'all. I put both hands on the bolster. I push back to stretch my transverse. Oh boy, that's tight. Now I'm going to put my right hand over here. I'm turning my belly button, chest, face down, both hands down. Slowly come down to your right ear. Now the poses last 3 or 4 minutes as we go into formal restorative. This is where you're really going to heal, calm down, pacify, feel better. At the start, it's hard to come all the way down. You might need 2 bolsters, and that would be okay. You can have something larger than this. But you're just going to have to settle in and relax. You can do it. Now you guys completely relax. I'm going to gently turn on my ceiling fan to move some of the hot air that's up at the top of the room down to the bottom of the room. You guys stay in the pose. One of the keys to good restorative yoga is warmth. Blankets, pillows, bolsters, bunny rabbits, unicorns, kittens. Isn't this a weird kind of yoga? You take your time, you relax, you stop thinking, you heal. Good, you're doing great. We're halfway done, so relax twice as much now. Fall asleep if you want. I'll wake you up. If you're on YouTube and you're just turning in, it's like, hey, it's a dead guy channel. It's actually a guy doing restorative yoga. So maybe don't be cynical or make fun, but actually join in and heal and join the herd. Good. Our breath is slowing down. It's deepening toward our belly buttons. Our bones are releasing, flesh softening, tendons, etc. Good, you guys. Now stay in the pose. Biggest inhale you got. Exhale, let it all go. This works at such deep levels. Trust yoga, it'll bring you back to life. Good, now I'm going to pull my hands in. I'm going to press out in very slow motion because restorative twist leaves a dent. Now I'm just going to swing my legs slowly back around to the front. If you're just joining in, this is restorative twist. Big blankets or cushions from your couch, but otherwise get a yoga bolster. These are the best. I've got it out in front of me. I'm sitting cross-legged. I'm going to take my knees and my spine. I'm going to turn them 90 degrees to the right. My left hand goes on the bolster as a surveyor's point. This is grounding, helps me know where I'm at. Now I lean forward and I shift my knees and my ankles behind me. And I look behind me and I say, oh, that's so cool. My left ankle's crossed over my right. My knees are off to the side. Both hands on the bolster. I push back to stretch my side muscles. I put my left hand over here. And then I turn my belly button, cat t-shirt, manubrium, and my left ear down. And we come down slowly to our, if you're a really bendy person, you're one of my Ukrainian gymnasts, come down to your right ear. I recommend left ear. Don't hurt yourself. Broaden your elbows and your hands out. Enjoy 3-4 minutes. If you're restless and impatient, this kind of yoga will change your RPMs, your BPMs. Restorative yoga on YouTube might be the most boring thing in the world to watch and the most healing and enjoyable thing to actually participate in. So I hope you're doing the latter and not the former. One more minute. Enjoy. Okay, biggest inhale ever. Exhale, let it all go. Slowly pull your hands in. Press out nice and slow. The beautiful thing, this restorative pose, is they'll leave impressions in your body, but then they relax out, and then great swaths of tension are removed from you. So we're back sitting at square one. Now here's a restorative pose I find I have to do every single week because I need it and the benefits are so wonderful. And for this one, you're going to need to get some foam yoga blocks. They're on Amazon. You can buy them now and have them delivered by 3 o'clock today, especially with a Black Friday Prime coming up. You probably can get them included for free if you get something else. Anyway, these are like 5 inches, 7 inches, 14 inches. They're made of Soylent Blue. They're light. They're good. You don't hurt yourself. They're kind of squishy around the edges. And it makes this next pose not only available, but sumptuous. My head goes here. My heart goes here. My heart goes out to you, and it goes here as well. Now, I arrange myself so that when I lean back, again, if you don't have blocks, A, get them. B, today use big pillow and small pillow. Lay your chest over this one, right on your thorax, and then my head goes on the tall one. Now, there are variations of this that are similar to a yogi laying on a bed of nails, but I think that's too extreme. So I get this nice arch of my heart. It opens up my heart, helps me to bless and forgive my enemies. And then I relax my head, which helps to quell the enemies inside of my head. So this works on the enemies inside your head and the enemies outside you who are perturbing you. Now, whatever you do with your legs, fine with me. Now, just lay over this and accept your karma, or as I like to call it, your krama. Cram yourself into this and then relax like a cat laying over the side of the couch. It's an acquired taste like Brussels sprouts, or that's the only one I can think of. I like everything else. Relax, open, melt over the top. Now I want you to stop thinking and be unusually happy for no reason. Feel whatever you're feeling. If you're neutral, feel neutral. If you're bored, be bored. If you're depressed, let it go. If you're excited, experience it. If you're optimistic, be wildly optimistic. Whatever you're doing, just feel it. Let the emotions that are currently present be experienced, realized, and then they'll fall and they'll dissipate. If you're a very bendy person, if you're a circus performer or an acrobat, your arms can go all the way. You can grab your elbows, and that will stretch your spine into the Golden Gate Bridge. I like my elbows down by the side of my body. I'm looking at my guitars and my bass. I've got an appointment with them later today. Now, after a couple minutes, your breathing can direct down to your belly button. Less chest, more abdomen, less heart, more intestines, less lungs, more internal organs. One of these days, you'll be able to fall asleep in this pose. Oh boy, I just yawned in this pose. I released areas that have been held for millennia. One more minute. Timing is perfect today. It's high noon. Get high with me. Okay, biggest inhale ever. Exhale, release even more, melt over. Fingertips on the back of our head. We'll tilt our head up first, supported, arms down by the side of the body. I bring my elbows in deeper underneath, push into my hands and my forearms. And now we are so properly positioned for our final restorative pose. Now, back in the day where I used to live a few months ago, I had this very convenient Pee Wee Herman sliding recliner. I would pull it in and put my calves up on top. But I can't do that anymore. Fortunately, I'm an extremely innovative, clever, and creative and humble yoga teacher. So instead, what I'm going to do, because I've got a variation for everything, because I need to now, there's going to be that. I'm even going to get more clever. Watch this. You're going to love this. Now you can slide over the ottoman, the large couch, the recliner. But now I've built that. What am I going to do with that? First, I'm going to admire it. Anytime you build something beautiful, you always pause for a moment and admire it. But Mom, I'm going to put my legs over that. This is a variation of Viparita Karani. But all I'm going to do is just slide in, put my calves on top. This could be the ottoman or the couch or the recliner, or you could build what I just built. Then our final pose of the day is Shavasana with my legs up. Now I put a blanket. I put a restoratively folded blanket underneath my hips. So there's this 1.5, 2-inch lift of my pelvis. That allows my guts to relax. My legs are up. My spine is flat. I'm on my back. And I am loving it. Do this with me for 5 minutes, would you? Let's cuddle together in this pose. My jaw relaxes and unhinges. This is finishing supported Shavasana pose. This is where the majority of the healing, the restoration, the assimilation of all the beautiful energies takes place. This peace and stillness at the end. Okay, my friends, there's that guy's voice from a million miles away. Stay in the pose. Just begin to come back. Take your time. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate super feel good around your body. Good. Take your time. Bring your knees in. Roll your knees left or right, whatever is most convenient for you. Rest on your side for a moment. Good. Now, please keep your eyes closed when you sit up. It keeps the presence, the sanctuary on the inside. Good. We'll bring our hands into our common heart. Drop our chin. Enjoy that great human potential of silence together in this competing adversarial world. The one thing we have in common is silence. Regardless of ideology, we share the same biology. And altogether, the mighty yogis all the way around the world, we all say, Namaste. So if you're watching this on YouTube, live or recorded, and you think yoga and peace and presence, love and tolerance would be a good thing for the world right now, thank you for liking and subscribing. It makes a huge difference. As simple and as basic as this yoga might seem, it's this peaceful, calm presence of yoga that's spread around the world that could be just the thing we need to make it. So please like and subscribe. Could you do me a huge favor? And Looney and I would really, really appreciate it. And we'll see all of my YouTube's friends later. By the way, on the YouTube channel, there's over 700 recorded videos, Dharma talks, restorative, active yoga, meditation, you name it, it's on there. And the more you like and subscribe, the more you help spread it around the world. Thank you.